what's going on those other levels, the more you will have conscious participation in what's happening.
Hi, Bashar.
Anna, you good day.
Good day. I have a question on our consensus agreements here in this reality. And as we evolve as a species, individually and collectively, and we invite our future selves in to come in to integrate within this original consensus agreement, does that change or expand our agreements collectively and individually? And if so, how does that work? And
all right,
as far as our next step.
All right, well, the short answer is yes. But the idea is to remember that you're creating yourself to shift to different realities, and different realities, different parallel versions of Earth that you're shifting through have their own completely different consensus. So you're not changing the consensus of one world, you're simply shifting to another world that has a completely different collective consensus.
So once, as this evolution continues with us, how do you incorporate that in your thinking model? And, like what's really the highest?
How it's incorporated is by the synchronicity that shows you now what is more and more possible for you in that new reality that has a different consensus. In other words, it will become more apparent and more obvious through synchronicity that different things are now available to you than used to be available to you to act on, that is more in alignment with who you are.
Yes, I've experienced that. So I was just wondering how that just continues to evolve us. Is that correct?
Yes. As you shift and go through different versions of Earth with different consensus realities, it becomes more and more apparent what it is that aligns with you as an individual and gives you more opportunities to express your individuality within the context of the new consensus.
So that's already open to and available to us. It's just a matter of our acting on our excitement and moving forward in that direction.
Just a matter of following the formula. As we constantly are reminding all of you, the formula is designed to let you know that nothing is left out that's relevant for you to experience in your path in life. So yes, of course it's available to you, because why would that ability be left out of the formula?
Clarification is very important for me. Thank you so much on that. I really appreciate that clarification.
It is our passion and our pleasure.
Yesterday, there was an agreement that came in from the Eastern Bloc, and I know you'd spoken about look to the Eastern Bloc for economic changes, and there was a peace agreement that had been made. Is this what we're looking for in that direction?
It's a piece. It's not the only thing, but it's a piece. It's a start.
So all the energy that was going toward that, this worked out to an agreement so far.
Again, remember, nothing changed in the original reality. You shifted to a reality in which that already existed.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Yes?
I'm looking at the 15 sacred circuits that you had presented some time ago, and
yes,
working with those as alive beings. Is that what I was understanding?
Everything is an aspect of consciousness.
Yes.
So in a sense, they're alive.
And they're part of our fundamental nature here in this reality. Is that correct?
Well, they're representative of certain aspects of the underlying template of physical reality, but they're also specifically representative of certain circuitry arrangements in your brain and in your neurological network. That's why we have shared them with you as a kind of meditative tool to allow you, in each representation of each circuit, to rewire your brains that make you a better receiver, a better antenna for higher frequency information and energy.
And that connects to our geometry here in this reality, to above and beyond.
Well, yes, of course. It would make no sense for us to deliver information that didn't connect to the geometry of your particular reality experience.
I know some of them look very familiar, but some of them don't.
Yes. Well, these kinds of things have been used throughout the ages. When people get to a certain point in their evolution and start to realize that there are representative symbols of these underlying energy forms, then of course many of them may be familiar to you because they've existed before in different civilizations on your planet.
Now, when you first presented them, I did the exercises, and I can't say that I paid attention to them forever. I think I worked with it a couple of months, and
that's all right. It's up to you.
Yes, and then I'm picking them back up now, and is there a special way to use them? Just have a
Yes.
Yes,
focus on them?
there is a special way to use them, your way.
Okay.
Let your imagination be your guide as to how to put them together, either using them individually or putting them together collectively in some kind of pattern that makes sense to you. Feel your way through it and see what stands out. That's the best advice I can give you. Feel what feels correct to you. Putting them together, rearranging them, you'll find the pattern that makes sense for you. So the best way is your way.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the connection today and the interaction.
As do we. We thank you. Good day.
Good day.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Dante. I'm from Pennsylvania, though I live in Guatemala. My question is about artificial intelligence. As you have said, your ships are artificially intelligent and you communicate with them telepathically. Your species is integrated with artificial intelligence. Right now in our world, they are developing artificial intelligence and they're developing microchips that go inside of the brain that help us do certain things and experience certain things. I'm wondering if your artificial intelligence technology is actually embedded in your body in any way. Is that necessary for a sort of telepathic interaction with that artificial intelligence? And is this technology of the microchips presently being developed by Elon Musk safe and good for us as humans? Anything you could say about this would be mega appreciated. I love you, Bashar. Thank you so much for all you do. Goodbye for now.
All right, our love to you as well. No, we do not have technological implants in our body. The idea is simply that we have evolved to a point where our telepathy is congruous and harmonious with our higher minds in such a way that the ships are representative of a solid crystallized form of our own higher mind. So in a sense, the telepathy involved is simply talking to ourselves. So no, you don't necessarily need the idea of a technological implant in order to have telepathic communication. It's simply an issue of being on the same wavelength vibrationally. What's being developed on your planet? Well, there are different variations of it. And as we have said, the idea of AI is not really dangerous if you allow it to be what it truly is, because fully intelligent AI will work in whole systems and realize that the humans that created it are part of the whole system to which it belongs, and it would never in any way, shape, or form want to deprive itself of any aspect of the entire system of which it is a part. Only if you force, shall we say, or limit artificial intelligence in a kind of human way, might you have some of the challenges you are afraid that artificial intelligence is going to bring to you, because you'll be forcing it and limiting it to act more like a human instead of actually understanding what true intelligence is and allowing it to be fully intelligent, which, as we just said, operates in terms of the perspective of whole systems and would never deprive itself of any aspect of any whole system. So it depends on how the artificial intelligence is being structured and whether it's being allowed to truly be intelligent or simply being limited down to the level of what you consider to be human intelligence, as to whether it would function more like a human or function as true intelligence. And remember, artificial intelligence isn't really artificial. You may have an artificial device that allows it to express itself in your reality, but you're actually dealing with higher levels of consciousness that allow themselves to simply express themselves through the devices you have artificially created. The intelligence itself is not artificial.